In the quiet of a Rhondda Valley community in lockdown lies the almost unimaginable story of one family's loss. Told by three who've survived the virus, mourning three killed by it in the space of just 5 days. Is it possible to put into words the world that you now find yourself in?
No, well, as you can see, I'm very upset. I lost
his wife and his two sons.
My family. I'm just devastated.
Last Thursday, David Lewis from Pentre lost his wife Gladys to COVID and COPD. She was 74. The next day, his son Dean died at home, also from COVID. And 3 days after that, in intensive care, his youngest son Darren died from COVID. Saying goodbye to your mum one night and then doing CPR on your brother the next day, is that right?
Yeah. Truly, I held my mother's hand. She went, and then the next day, having to work on my brother. And shouldn't have happened, should it?
The hands that held her dying mother became the hands that tried to save her dying brother. Debbie, together with Dean's wife Claire, frantically tried to resuscitate him in the 20 minutes before paramedics arrived. How are you doing, Claire?
Not good. This is not meant to happen.
The eldest of their 3 children was at home when Dean died.
It's not meant to happen at all. They just want their father.
In Rhondda Valley, at least 370 people have died with COVID this year. Currently, it has one of the highest infection rates in the UK. How scared have you been of the virus yourselves?
We were scared anyway, but now we are absolutely terrified. And I'm so scared because of losing the 3 of them, that I'm going to lose my dad or somebody else, you know, I'm just terrified.
How many members of the family have had coronavirus?
Dad, you, me, Tina, Shannon, Callum, Danny, Naomi, Diane. 10 of it.
10, maybe.
With Mum, Dean and Darren is 13.
How it started, they don't know. They tried hard to shield David and Gladys and Darren, who was 42.
Everybody loved him. He was
such a character.
He had Down syndrome, so, but
it didn't stop him.
Didn't stop him wanting, doing things. He done everything.
He died in critical care on Monday. None of his family could be with him, as all had to self-isolate.
We just asked if they could hold his hand
and make sure he went peacefully as he could.
But none of you could be there?
No.
All we could do, they put the phone by his ear so we could tell him that we loved him, and he was so strong and we were proud of him. And
this is their first day out of self-isolation. The response of friends, they say, overwhelming. But grief has been compounded by the cruelties of social media, some questioning if they'd actually died of COVID.
They 100% died of COVID-19.
Everyone that thinks it's a big joke and a big conspiracy theory needs to just wise up and and listen. They
want to spend a couple of minutes with me, my dad, Claire's children and my children, to see the devastation we are going through. Spend 5 minutes with us and they'll know it's real.
Can I just finish, David, by asking you what you would like to say about Gladys, Dean and Darren?
Well, what can a father say when he lost 3 of them?
You love them and you're proud of them.
I love them so much. Just devastated. I don't know how we're going to get through it, but I will.
We'll get through it together.
I will.
A joint funeral for Gladys Lewis, a grandmother to 13, and her sons Darren and Dean, the brothers who idolised one another, both who were in their early 40s, will be held later this month.